Libra, welcome. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your new moon in Leo reading. The new moon in Leo is on the 4th of August, and it is focusing on the area of your life that is about your larger associations, tribes, social groups, professional associations, any way in which you are uniting with visible and invisible communities to uplift the world, to improve the environment, towards humanitarian efforts in all ways. So, this is a general reading, as these necessarily are. They will not resonate with all of you individually. However, if you're interested in an individual reading, you can find the information for that in the description box below. I welcome all opportunities to connect with you individually. Um, and I appreciate your presence here right now. I'm happy to be here. So let's get started with your overall energy, the Three of Wands. This is about you starting something initiative, and because of the focus of the new moon, you are looking to plan an initiative, a new project, put together a business or a group, some effort among the associations, the broader associations you have in the world. You are making connections, perhaps through an association or a professional group. You're gathering information, you're exploring the resources that you can collect in order to put out some feelers into this community, to waiting to some extent on the feedback that you receive from what you are proposing. In the 10th house, this is where you are positioned in the world, the way others see you, your uh, um, professional stance, your community presence. The Ace of Wands is about this new initiative that's coming out of a new sense of who you are. This is about recognizing that you have a new opportunity to express yourself in a new lifestyle, in a new persona. You are inspired, you're directed by your desires. And this is something that you are bringing and energizing to a group of people. This is also the way in which you are inspired and motivated by others among your professional association, your organization, your effort, your job, your business to move towards something that has a higher value, that speaks to a larger truth or initiative for improvement in some significant way. In the first house, this is your intention, your perspective. The Knight of Swords has you sitting back and making notes, taking notes, observing people, looking at the landscape around you, even as you initiate a proposal or put forth an idea to others. You are sitting back and collecting the feedback. You are crunching the numbers. You are observing the way others respond, those that are silent, and also those that are contributing to the conversation, that are bringing you helpful information, that are picking up on the threads of your idea, and you are in a position to navigate, facilitate those conversations without making a clear commitment or stepping forward in a distinctive way. You're standing by a body of ideas that you are promoting, and you are taking in the feedback, negotiating those ideas and discussing them openly. In the fourth house, the house of your foundation, you are building upon a path of achievement, a journey that you have culminated with success, some kind of reward or recognition. Very clear that this is a preparation for your next move, for this new move that you are proposing, that you're putting forward, that you're scoping out the possibilities and the potential of a project that is built upon your achievements and accomplishments already earned. You may be taking a project and moving it to a new level. This is something that you've already received recognition and acclaim for you, which gives you the particular capacity to put out an idea that is based on an already established body of experience and resources, so that you're in a position of already having some authority in this arena, and you're parlaying that in preparation for this next journey. In the seventh house, this is the house of your significant relationships, and the Four of Pentacles is again reinforcing that the partnerships you are engaging in, that you are building upon, are already established in your reality, that you already have achieved fundamental base from which to build, that this is already a ground that is covered. You may have a building, an office, resources, staff, a body of ideas, a curriculum, some place to start that you can build upon. And the relationships that you are entertaining now are about the acknowledgement of your cautious offer of this foundation towards a group that is formulating, that you are formulating, and that you are uh, deliberate in understanding that this basis is solid and will not be jeopardized by this proposal to build upon it. I hope that makes sense. But you're being very careful about the allies you choose in this enterprise at this stage of your growth and development. If this reading is resonating for you, Libra, please like this video, share this with others. And I'm pulling from the flora and fauna of Africa, the cassowary, which keyword is overcoming. Also, please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that I get from you. Use your power wisely. You are strong enough to be vulnerable, confront obstacles head on, and retreat to your sacred space. And from the Hummingbird Oracle, for a lighter touch, midsummer, I have pulled Bird Bath. Cleanse your dusty wings so you can fly more freely. And this is in some ways in support of your deliberation in moving forward, in determining partnerships, the resources, the goals that you're aligning yourself with. Taking care is part of this cleansing process. You're coming out of a successful accomplishment, and you are very carefully and deliberately putting forward ideas, receiving information, and taking notes. In the first house, the Knight of Swords is clarified by the Tower in the second house and the Six of Cups in the third house. Interesting. The Tower is describing the way in which this accomplishment, the achievement you've already obtained, has led you to the opportunity to build in an unexpected way. It's quite possible that the organization or the project you worked on was completed or suddenly ended, was displaced by perhaps a transition in ownership or an opportunity that hadn't been expected, but that you see a way through into a place of control, of power, where you actually have say over the resources and the human resources that you will be able to cull from in determining this project. That can explain some of the caution that you are exhibiting in your desire to put out a proposal and to very carefully receive feedback, listen to the information you receive without making judgments or without a clear agenda at this point. The Six of Cups is describing some way in which you have reconnected with a past gift, a talent from your past, a relationship, a reminder of a time when you were able to exhibit your gifts without the judgment or agenda that you are attempting to withhold from the current situation you're in. You're really putting your cards on the table and stepping back in order to see how it interacts with the available team, resources, audience, clients, collaborators that are available to you. But this is really hearkening back to something that is inspiring your current move forward, the sense of a new persona, a new direction, a new energy. The World card in the fourth house is clarified by the Five of Cups in the fifth house, and the World card repeated in the sixth house. The Five of Cups in between these two different expressions of the world is an interesting way of looking at the steps you've taken from the past into the potential future for you. You have faced, confronted, allowed yourself to mourn the losses, the failures, perhaps a direct a direct result of whatever was achieved or accomplished through your former association, the foundational experience that has led to the opportunity you're now entertaining. This is where you have come to a place of gratitude, realizing that for all the challenges you overcame, that they have led you to a place of knowing, of being where you are now, with another opportunity to leverage this experience into something that will bring you a phenomenal amount of recognition and reward. This is maximizing, matching, and building upon the solid achievements that have already grounded where you are into a place of a greater collaboration with a wider audience, a new way of working with them, because in many ways you are new. You are refreshed, you are rejuvenated, you've learned some significant lessons that have allowed you to release a sense of the disappointments, the frustrations you experienced in one accomplishment on the road to this accomplishment into a new place of greater collaboration to leverage a sense of accomplishment that can be greater. In the seventh house, the Four of Pentacles is clarified by the King of Cups. And in the eighth house, and the Five of Swords in the ninth house. There is a lot of feedback, of criticism, of uh, dismissal, of not being taken seriously in your former experience, or that has come up through whatever unexpected change you are experiencing. Perhaps in your former project or organization, even your former domestic environment or your current domestic environment, you experienced a sense of insecurity, doubt. Perhaps you didn't make the amount of money you would have liked to, or you feel that you were deserving of. Perhaps as a result of that, you did not feel physically secure or stable, and that compromised your ability to uh, receive the rewards that you believed were possible, but that have nonetheless helped you to leverage that experience into one now through your compassion. You have accepted that experience through a sense that you have overcome obstacles. You have glimpsed, you understand your own vulnerability, your own sense of having felt inadequate, having felt lacking, having felt that you didn't have or know enough to do what was possible. And that sense of compassion is what is informing your ability to accept that experience as a growth experience, helping you to transition into a position where you now see the possibility for real accomplishment, real wealth, real meaning in the work that you are undertaking with others. The Ace of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the Lord or the King of Swords, and in the 11th house, and the Warrior or the Knight of Wands in the 12th house. This is the second King energy, which is indicating that this ability that you exhibited right out of the gate of the Knight, this ability to challenge your own assumptions about things, to be open to new ideas, perhaps as a result of the sudden, unpredicted changes, shifts in something that was part of your foundation, to a place of understanding that you can moderate this discussion. You can facilitate the control, the expression of new ideas, the sharing, the dissemination of information and knowledge in a way that benefits everyone, not just some people. This is a result of your deep compassion for the experience you had, the understanding that you've had to accept and release, that some of the decisions were made in a way that overlooked the strengths of others, that left many people out of the discussion in a way that you now have the ability, through your compassion, to understand that by engaging everyone in the circulation of ideas, through the proposal and planning of a new direction, that you can actually maximize their participation, elevate the potential success of the project as a result of acknowledging that everyone has strengths and everyone deserves to be supported. You're valuing the information you're receiving, the feedback you're getting from everyone, because you understand it's important that everyone involved potentially be engaged in the success of the organization through their own contribution, their own responsibility to the opportunities. With the Knight of Wands, the Warrior of Staffs in this deck, you are likewise freely exploring and discovering new aspects of yourself, your desire, and your ability to grow. You understand that by growing yourself as an individual, maximizing what you've learned from the former experience of achievement, of effort, that you are similarly growing, supporting the growth of this new project, this new direction, this new inspiration that really is more of a response from your heart, that allows you to be excited, enthusiastic, because your stake is so clear, and your ability to moderate and inspire, motivate the participation of others is so enlightened. This is a beautiful beginning of something new for you, Libra, and I'd be so interested to know what you're working on, if this is resonating for those of you that are engaged in something new. And I'm going to pull a Yogic Path Oracle to finish up this reading. And I pulled the Buddha. I don't know that I've ever pulled this card before. I will look this up in my guidebook. And the Buddha, one who is aware. Buddha is not just one person, but anyone who has an aware and blessed soul. That is you. You've woken up to your true self and let go of the illusions that were binding you to the material world. You've taken off the mask of security and given a good look into the vastness of your own soul. You've realized that nothing is inherently good or bad, but rather just is. You understand the non-dual nature of the world and are letting go of the judgments of the mind. Hold the knowledge that we are all Buddha nature. It just takes remembering. Thank you so much for this beautiful reading. Libra, until next time, namaste.